So, are you poor like we are and you have to travel economy all the time? Well, here's our top 4 or 5, we haven't counted properly, tips on how to survive an economy airplane flight.
A long haul airplane flight.
You can fly an economy from the UK to Tenerife or whatever, you're an hour. Screw you. If you can't do an hour on a plane, deal with it. Long haul, run away to JFK. That's 8.5 hours. Here's some tips. Tip number 1, get a hotel room the night before. So in Heathrow, there's 2 in Terminal 2 and 3, the Air Hotel and the Hilton Garden, which is where we're in. And you can see Amy on the bed right there. Lovely. And they're in the terminal. So when you get up in the morning, you have a 10-minute walk to the terminal, no stressing, so you get a good night's sleep and everyone's happy.
It sounds like it's going to be really expensive, but in England, the trains are so expensive if you go at like peak time. So if you've got like a 12 o'clock flight and you need to get a train at like 6, you end up spending as much money on trains as you would a hotel room and a train the night before. So this is the thing we did last time and we did it this time, and it is 100% the top tip of the day.
Those prices, right? I think when we looked, 6 a.m. train to get down here was going to be £120 a person. We went last night on the 6:10 train at £15 a person in first class down here, and the hotel room was £195. So we could have spent £240 total on just trains in regular class getting down here at 6 in the morning, absolutely knackered. Or we spent, my maths is terrible, wait, 210, 225 on being down here the night before and staying in a hotel and being lovely and relaxed.
Number 2, so neither of us are particularly short people. If you give Martyn any chance, he'll tell you that he's 6'2".
Guys, I'm 6'2".
So basically, I'm a bit of a nervous flyer, but we don't feel like we have to be sat next to each other all flight, so we tend to book aisle seats next to each other. It means opposite.
Yeah.
Opposite the aisle, which means I can get up to pee whenever I want, which is always helpful. And Martyn can stretch out his legs a little bit. And we did it last time, and it was just so worth it. Like, get those long legs stretched.
Long legs stretched out. So tip number 3, accessories. Make sure you've got everything you possibly can grab to make your life as comfortable as possible.
Obviously, you get some bits and bobs on the plane, but usually when you're just flying economy, you get some headphones, and that's basically it. I have brought with me this time a travel pillow, which I don't think personally I'm a fan of, but I've seen loads of people use them and swear by them.
Well, so it's better than the
it is better than the squishy things. So travel pillow, if you like them.
It's a stretch to call the ones we got on Virgin a pillow.
Earplugs, because it's loud and they're good for when you want to nap.
Yes.
You can actually get these from most bars. If you go to like club nights or bars or anything and you ask behind the bar for earplugs, they have to give you some. So grab a couple next time you're on a night out.
There's 2 people that work in hospitality, we know this.
Bring your own headphones. So obviously you need the ones with an AUX cable, but these are just cheap and they're so much better than the ones they give you on the airplane. They cut more noise out, they're more comfortable to wear.
For example, these Sony ones, they're not amazing, but these were 14 quid from Amazon, right? And they're Sony, so they're decent enough. But these were infinitely better than the airplane headphones. Infinitely better.
My final top tip, which might be a little bit weird to some people, but for me it's just an absolute lifesaver. Plain air is so dry and my eyes hurt, my nostrils are sore. It's just, everything is dry and painful. Eye drops, lifesaver. They just make everything way more comfortable. And this is maybe a little bit weird, but I was really trying to figure out last time we were flying how I could get like my sinuses to be less dry and sore, and I googled, and this is just baby saline spray. So it's made for babies when they've got blocked noses, but it just wets the inside of your face. I don't know if it's a bit of a placebo, but I just kept doing it again and again on the plane, and it was nice. It's a bit weird, and I mentioned it to the lady at Boots when I bought it. She goes, well, I've never heard of anyone using it that way before, but I was like, well, if it works, and it works.
Okay,
so
try it.
What? My personal top tip.
Tip 4, don't get on a plane with a broken door. So you can see the engineers working on the broken door behind us and not allowing us to get off the runway. So yeah, don't do that. Actual tip number 4. Four? I think it's 4 by now.
We can put these in any order we want, to be honest.
Yeah, true. Pay attention to your seating chart on your app. Get the app for whatever airline you're flying in and pay attention as much as you possibly can. So we are a 2 on a 4, and we just kept shifting ourselves around the plane until we got this. So as soon as the flight takes off, Ames moves over 1.
In theory.
Super comfortable. Spread those legs out and yeah, get super comfortable.
Also, don't be those pricks that just leave the middle seat on a 2, because that's really annoying when you're trying to book table seats.
Yeah, if you got the 3s and people just leave the middle seats, at least we're respectful. We book the ones next to each other and hope that they don't get taken.
We just moved it around till last minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 5, actually like the people that you're traveling with. So be with someone that you actually really like, because even we have a brilliant relationship where neither of us ever get angry at each other. It's fairly fairy tale, not to make everyone else jealous. But even yesterday, we're a little bit snappy with each other when we were getting a bit stressed, especially with that 2.5 hour delay on the flight.
And then immigration.
Which was always a nightmare at JFK. But yeah, actually,
be prepared to bite at each other, but
yeah, actually try and like the people that you're traveling with, because there's nothing worse than traveling with people that you kind of like, because that'll devolve into a mess straight away. Yeah, all good. Either way, top tips for traveling economy for poor people like us. Yeah, love you. Bye. See you next time.